Go for Leo.
Coaching the defensive backs this week.
Oh man, just trying to learn as much from him. I got a long ways to go.
You look like your college interception was from right to you. I guess what made this one so special for you?
Yeah, I was saying that to the guys. Like, this is the first one that I actually made a like an athletic or like DB type play. So it was pretty cool. And the thing was plastering on a down that Lamar's going to extend plays. So it's plastering on a down and just being able to read his eyes, Andrew's eyes, and just get my head around and do my best to make a play.
So you kind of know that the blitz is called and that's probably going to happen that way, right? But how often you don't have to trail someone 25, 30 yards downfield very often in a season, right?
Right. It's unique to those certain guys, especially Lamar, and that's something we were coaching. They were coaching us up all week on. You got to plaster no matter what. And Lamar threw it off his back foot, running backwards basically, and he was still able to get it in the vicinity. So, it's all of us I feel like we're detailed in on plastering.
That was one of the plays that really got some emotion going for the team. And I've heard several players talk before the game, after the game, or not before, after the game, about it was really good emotion all game long, all sides. And that maybe hasn't been the case all year. How do you do that? I mean, how do you keep emotion up? Is it plays like that? I mean, because you can't just fake it, right?
Oh, I mean, that definitely helps. And the challenge is being still vocal and full of energy even when things go south. Like I said, I think that's the biggest thing. Even when things aren't going well, just having those guys that are willing to step up and be like, nah, we got this. Still having that energy, because in my mind that's bigger. Because it's easy to let get yourself affected. Energy vampires can bring you down, and luckily we don't have any of those guys. So it's definitely big in those moments.
Leo was trying to tell me that the defensive backs have an all hands board, and you made the board and have moved up on the board. When you hear defensive backs talk about you like that, how does it make you feel?
Man, it's special because a lot of times they'll say, "Hey, great job in the run game," or doing this, knocking somebody back. So you got guys like Trent and those dudes saying that about it's a huge compliment. I just got to keep it going and prove it's not just a fluke.
Did your agent call you and go, "Hey, nice job, we're going to sell you as a coverage guy now"?
Oh man, no, he didn't.
It is a contract deal, right?
Yeah, right. No, no, just trying to be as versatile as I can, man. Just help the team out.
Yeah, you mentioned that you looked at his eyes. Was that your cue on that play?
Yeah, and you just feel a guy, continuing to run, and all of a sudden their eyes get big, and a lot of them try to do their hands last second, stuff like that. But for me, it was just like seeing the eyes and knowing, Lamar is gonna make a play out of nothing. So I was trying to be ready.
Leo, with the running back like ETN, what do you have to be mindful of?
Sorry, can you say that?
With a running back like ETN, what do you have to be mindful of?
What stuck out on me just watching film the past few days is, how well he is like on the edge, and his stiff arm's good, but it's not just setting an edge. You got to have great eyes. You got to continue to press the edge because he'll bounce it out even if you got a DN setting the edge 2 yards up the field. So I think it's just trusting each other and continue to drive upfield on certain things, and having good square hips, athletic position, and being ready to knock down a stiff arm.
And then I noticed for you were at the one tight spot as a stand-up guy, and you took on a double team. What was that experience like?
It's cool being able to learn, like I said, from different guys. You learn from Chris and you learn from Trent. And as much as I can be a Swiss Army knife as possible, like I'm going to be on the field more and help out the team more. That's where I want to be. And on that play specifically, I'd like to get the stop. I was driven back and kind of full head of steam running back. It's tough, but I just want to be able to make those plays the best I can.
Overall, under new coaches with Jacksonville, have you seen that operation change from previous times you played Jacksonville, and just how they look under that new coach?
Yeah, what really sticks out is their use of motion, pre-step motion, whether it's jet motion or just, aligning, like, moving guys across the formation. So it's really having good eyes, and, every single person's got to be on, the same page, because you get a jet guy and then somebody swapping back, everybody's got to be in their gap, the right gap, and then they'll throw in, a counter pass or something like that. So it's just guys having good eyes, disciplining their technique, and trusting each other.
Last one, Nate.
Leo, it seems that you guys, especially on defense, are pretty willing to share information and share lessons, and this is something I learned previously. Did that surprise you more than you maybe anticipated when you were a rookie? And then how much do you think that is now happening in turn with guys like Ashton, Noel, Massa, of course? on the defensive side, you know, through the first part of this season?
It's like teaching guys, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I think we just got a great culture, you know, like Coach Reed and Coach Spags have established. You got guys taking other guys under their wing that, you know, could possibly take their job in the future. You know, it's a tough business like that, but you got guys that are just so humble. And, you know, when I came in, I had a great group of linebackers. I just look around, I'm like, dude, we're blessed to be able to have guys like this, because I mean, it's just making each other all better, because you don't just learn as a student, you learn as a teacher as well when you're teaching. So it's pretty cool to be part of it.
Who was that guy for you rookie year?
You know, there was a few. I mean, Nick is the obvious answer. You know, he's somebody that was thrown into the fire as a rookie, and he's somebody that knows the defense in and out and plays with energy. So, yeah, probably Nick.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thanks.